Hi Taurus, how are you? This is for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Mercury, Mars placements, Venus placements, or any other planets you may currently have transiting your placements that you have with Taurus. Cross watchers are more than welcome because this very well may resonate with you. This is intended to be your January 2024 reading, but this is a timeless reading, Taurus. So whenever you watch it, it could be applicable. If you watch it in September, it may be relevant for September. You never know. When it's timeless, it's timeless. So what I'm going to do is pull an overall arching energy for you. And that's kind of what you're going to be embodying for January. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to lay out a few cards, kind of like what the first half of January has for you, and then the second half. And then if we need to, we'll pull any guidance or advice if necessary. And then depending on what January looks like, we'll look for timing if timing's necessary. Every reading is different. What I did notice was when I was splitting the deck, the Empress came out a lot, as so was the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups was there almost every single time. So I'll be intrigued to see if they show up in your reading. Your overall arching energy is the Four of Cups. And as you know, I'm trying to learn all the planets, but then I start to get to know some of them really well, and then that's Moon in Cancer. I feel like I'm hearing you've learned your lessons in love. I just need one more card out. Yeah, and it's interesting because it's showing me, two came out together. So it's showing me when I'm looking at it, this also reminds me of when I said you've learned your lessons in love. They're showing me right here that this is Saturn. Like they're showing me this literally as the planet of Saturn with the rings around it. And Saturn is the planet of lessons and learning. So Taurus, when Saturn is in your house, which it can be for a very long time, that's a difficult time because so we learn really tough lessons. So I feel that's what it's interesting. That's what I heard was you've learned your lessons in love. So I feel like you're done. You're done like being turned away from not having people who are not in your best interest. And it doesn't matter if it's family, friends, romantic connections, it can even be love for self, a little love for what resonates with you in terms of work, hobbies, interests. You're done with with your lessons in love, meaning like what doesn't resonate with you, you're done not following your heart, not keeping your heart open and following what you love. Yeah. So that's your energy. So you're done saying no to things that because the Four Cups traditionally represents 3 cups and somebody kind of like sitting by a tree and somebody's offering them like a cup of love and the person's kind of like, no, I don't want it. And with this being the moon in Cancer, that also means the moon can represent our fears. It can represent emotion and intuition. So it also means like you're done not listening to your intuition. You're done not listening to like what resonates within your heart, your feelings. You've made decisions out of maybe fear or guarding yourself, guarding your heart. meaning you've always made the safe bet. You've always made the safe decision. So this month, it feels almost like it's your New Year's resolution. I'm going to do what feels best for me. I'm going to make the decisions based on like what my heart says. You're going to live in your heart space from now on, or your intuition. You're not going to make decisions based out of fear. So I feel like that's what the Four of Cups is saying here. You're going to make decisions based on what you feel and want, not a fear-based place anymore, because it's never gotten you anywhere, Taurus, and you don't want to live like that any longer, is what I'm hearing. Ironically, so you're starting off, so the first half of January is kind of like the 1st through like the 15th, and then the second half of January, I'm saying, is the 16th to the end of the month. So this first half of January, you actually are embodying the Empress energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. The Empress is highly intuitive, very receptive, very open. So yeah, very loving, knows what she wants, very attractive, doesn't live in a fear-based place, lives with her heart open, very intuitive. Again, like I said, you're going to make intuitive decisions. You know if you want a romantic connection now or not. You know if you want to be a parent or not. So this is also a very nurturing energy. Some of you may have made the decision you want to have children with your partner. Or you may know you don't want to have children, but it can mean pregnancy and fertility. Especially with what I'm seeing it next to, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is an idea, like a sudden big idea is given to you, which is earth energy. But right here, it's like total clarity, total understanding. This big idea is right in front of you, and she's just like flying right toward it. So with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you have this big picture idea for something, either related to knowing you want commitment with someone, knowing you want to have a baby, knowing you're looking for commitment now, knowing you don't want to have children, knowing your heart is open to what comes your way, for new experiences, whatever those may be. It could be, and again, with what I heard for your overarching statement was you've learned your lessons in love. Like, I feel like most of you are really open to this idea of love. So I feel most of you are open to what's coming towards you, that you really are open to some type of renewal, potentially. Maybe you've been in long-term relationships and you kind of feel like they're stagnant and you want to revitalize them. Some of you maybe are open to finding the right person now. You've always been kind of closed off to that, and now you want the right person in your life because you've seen what healthy, good relationships can look like, and that's something you do want. Because as an earth sign, you're a slower moving energy, but when Taurus commits, you really commit, and you commit 100% in love. And I feel like you are in a stable place now. You have your career sorted out, or your finances figured out, or you've had some of the main experiences you wanted along the way. You got that job promotion you wanted, or you've done a few of those big trips you wanted to do, or you have the money you want in your savings account. You finished and got that university degree, or you got the master's degree you wanted. You obtained the education you wanted. You got that new promotion, or you made that career change you wanted, or you finally moved to that other place you wanted to move into. Maybe you're finally living on your own. You no longer need roommates. Wherever you are, you feel like you are stable and sound. So you're being the Empress means you're also very receptive. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It just means you're receptive to what's coming towards you and you're open to it. You're not closed off. And Taurus is also a feminine sign. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It just means you also embody that receptive energy of you'll listen to something, or yes, I'm open to love. If the right person shows up, they show up, kind of thing. You're not actively like out charging towards it, because Ace of Pentacles is you. You know, you're still going to be here with that great idea, and it doesn't mean you won't, work on your money or your career or deal with your friends, but you're open to what connection may come towards you. Or you're open to the idea of having a baby if you're with somebody, is what it feels like. And then you actually have the Lovers. I just heard dun dun dun. So I feel like for some of you, that's a shock. Yeah, I feel like some of you are kind of shocked. You're caught off guard. You're really caught off guard by this. I feel like some of you are not expecting to meet somebody. Even though you feel like you're open and ready, I feel like still some of you are going to be completely shocked by this. And the snake it represents union. It means commitment. It can mean marriage. That's what snakes can represent. And I'm seeing these as glasses that are like really clear. Like you can see clearly. You see clearly to this person. Like you see them clear as day is what I'm hearing. So next to the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, and see how bright this is? It's like you see them clearly. They light you up. You're like, oh, who's that? That person's really interesting. It's like something in, you're being receptive to who comes your way, but all of a sudden this person walks in and you're like, who's that? Who's that person over there? I want to meet them. And it's just something about them, and that's it. But you didn't see it coming. A lot of you are caught off guard, completely caught off guard, especially with it right here being underneath. The Lovers are underneath the Moon card, and I feel like you're blindsided by it, because the Moon can also mean things are hidden, and this is the second half of January, so I feel like with it being right here underneath the Moon, you are completely caught off guard by this person. Like a lot of you, I feel, are completely shocked. Sorry, I keep crystals in my hands. That's why my hands sometimes have something in them. Yeah, you're completely shocked. Like you were not expecting this, Taurus. Like this, it was not on your radar, is what I'm hearing. I think that's why I heard dun dun dun. Like this just completely catches you. Like what? So you take a step back. Like I feel like you immediately see them and yeah, you're interested, but I don't think you just charge right in, because that's also not who you are. Because right next to it, it's the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving energy. So ironically, this right here matches the Four of Cups, but I see it differently. I see it as like, I don't know if you've ever seen where they're showing me where like two people pull on a string and it makes like a ball spin. So it takes two people to make this like toy spin. I think it's from like the I don't know if it's the 20s, 30s, or 50s. But these two hands, they're showing me like you have to pull on this and it makes this spin around. It's like a toy. It's a string and you have to pull on it and it makes it spin. So it takes both of you to make this like toy spin. But So you have fun with this person. Like you see them as like someone playful and fun and someone you can have like enjoy. But the spinning thing, what is, oh, I don't know what that, it's like you see a lot of fun and potential with them, with this toy that you can spin. I don't know if, yeah, it's like you're excited, but you don't move to them right away. It's like you still sit there and kind of ponder, like, about it. So it's like you slowly move in their direction because they really, like, caught you off guard by all of this. And that's the first half, and I'm covered in the chills. So those of you who are new to the channel know when I'm covered in the chills, it's usually my guide confirming what I'm hearing, seeing, and feeling. I've had other people's guides come through, but when they come through, they usually feel a little differently. I've had one of Scorpio's guides come through, and they were hilarious. So in the second half of January, I'm gonna come back to figure out what that toy is because it's really, let me pause it and look up what that toy is. Hold on. Okay, so I looked it up and it's called a thaumatrope. And it was actually created, I was way off, in the Victorian era, about 1825 by a physician, and it's a string. And see how there's two different things like this circle and this moon? And so what it is actually it's a picture with two different images on each side. And when you spin it really fast, it flips the card to make the image change. So children play with it, and it's still used today in STEM, like in science and math, to teach kids about physics and how you can change images. So it was created to teach kids about how a simple disc, it's usually a circular, how you can flip it and it has a different image on both sides. So that way, you know, when you quickly flip through like a book quickly, you make the cartoon character can do things. So that's what I was seeing. That's what they were showing me here. It was like you doing that with this other person, with the levers. Like you don't see it coming, and then you're this Knight of Pentacles with this. It's called like a thaumatrope, Thaumatrope, from the Victorian era. So it's a slow moving energy, but I think they showed it to me because it's like you're creative with this person. You see ideas differently. You come up with fun things with them. You invent things with them. You want to experience new things with them. Like, this is from the Victorian era that was created, and it's still used today to teach children things, which is fascinating. So spirit communicates in such unique ways. So I think you see potential with this person and want to have all these unique experiences and opportunities with this individual, but you're completely caught off guard and blindsided by them, and you move towards them differently. But that was the image I was seeing, was a string and this thing flipping. And that's why I felt it was so relevant to pause the camera and look it up, because I knew it was relevant for you. And so the second part, you have the World card here. And it is for you. Again, like I said, you were lit up by them. That's what I think I saw the Ace of Pentacles. And the World card is ruled by Saturn. And we started off with your overarching energy being Saturn. Like you're done not being open to opportunities. You've already had your lessons. And the world is ruled by Saturn. And it means abundance, happiness, joy, travel. It doesn't always mean like closing a cycle. It can mean that, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing, see how his hand's wide open? It's like you're open to what's being offered. Like you're open to this new experience, this opportunity with this person. So I feel like it takes you some time. Like I said, you're slow moving energy, but I feel like you immediately see these, like they blindside you, they catch you off guard. That's why I heard dun dun dun. But you're excited because you see opportunities with them. And now you're lit up like, oh wow, we could go here, we could do this. You know, I want to take them to this cool place. I want to, yeah, take them here to this neat restaurant. I want us to see this movie together. It's like you just start coming up with all these fun things and experiences you want to have with them. You want to build this world with them. You start getting excited about what there is, all these fun things to do with them. So you switch your energy, I feel like, as you start to move toward this person, and from this Knight of Pentacles, which is very slow moving. It's like the slowest kind of energy in the deck, to the Page of Cups. Even though a page can be lower than a knight, a Page of Cups is like, well, you also are now opening up your heart. So it's like, well, here's my cup of love. So you want to go on a date now? It's like you're out of your head thinking about, even though there's no thinking cards here, I feel like you've still been processing everything. That's what it feels like. Because you're all aglow. Look at that. And it's not just the lighting here, it literally just glows. And I'm seeing the sun and the moon, so you feel like yin and yang with them. And the sun's in the center, again with the moon. So you feel this person is like such a good fit for you. And right now, you guys are apart, so I don't feel like you've gone out yet. For most of you, because I see two souls here. So I feel like it's the latter part of January you decide to ask this person out. Especially with it being next to the moon card. It's like you're embracing your feelings now too, with this also being the Page of Cups. You're embracing your feelings. You're not gonna hold back anymore about what you want. So you're gonna ask them out. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Because I had this card was covered by this card. I just had it sitting like this, so I didn't know what this card here was. And you communicate with the Page of Swords, which is air energy. So that means communicating something. So you're literally going to ask them out. So I feel like you get into your heart space, you're facing your fears. At the end of January, you ask this person out. And this person says yes. Because it's 10 of Cups. So you're so happy and you're so excited. You're aglow. I feel like you asked this person out towards the very end of January. No, you could have asked them out like middle of January, gone out a few times and realized you want to be committed to them, but that just doesn't feel like you. I feel like this is still your energy moving towards them, and you ask them out the latter part of January, like the 26th to the 31st is what it feels like. So I feel like you're getting, like, not that you haven't been talking to them, like flirting, communicating. I feel like you finally ask out and go out on a date. Or maybe this is you asking them out for like a second date and you're really excited. But I feel like you go out like on a real date towards the very end of the month. So let's get some timing, because I want to see what your timing is on when you ask this person out. When does Taurus ask this person out, Spirit? Because I feel like this is new for all of you. I don't feel children. I just feel like you're asking someone out. There we go. 3 of Cups. Mercury in Cancer, that's communication. Yeah, you're asking them out. This is also abundance, commitment, togetherness, happiness, joy. You're asking them, Mercury's communication. You're asking them out, definitely. So let's find out when for timing. Okay. When does Taurus ask them out? When things are aglow in the snow. It does not help me, Spirit. There's snow everywhere in the world. Unless that's a phrase. Let me pause. Let me see if that's a phrase that means something. Okay, so when I said when things are aglow in the snow, that actually happens scientifically. So I think so. You guys must be scientists, physicists, or you like science and math. I don't know, or this person will. But they gave me two different science things. They gave it to me here when I had to look it up. It was the Victorian era, and it was like STEM things out now they used to teach kids. Then they gave me that phrase too. I mean, because it actually happens specifically I was reading about how they explain it, what happens in Antarctica, how you can create that look in terms of painting based on science with paint. But people will use that phrase a lot because, and there's actually songs that actually use those lyrics, but snow is always aglow under the moonlight, and also snow is made of little crystallized particles, so that's what also makes it glow easily. So basically it's winter time, so we know snow falls mainly in January and February. So we'll say January, February. Well, it looks like you're gonna ask this person out in January or February, Taurus. So I hope that's helpful, and I wish you a beautiful morning, evening, and afternoon wherever you are in the world. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.